All right, so I'm new at this, all of this stuff, but I just feel like I have to kind of air my grievances and stuff like that. Our government clearly doesn't have our benefits, our free speech. They don't care about our amendments because they're trying to silence the American people, and I just have some disagreements with it. So we're gonna watch this video here, maybe shed some light on some of the things and how I've been feeling about this. So let's go ahead and start the video.
This bipartisan legislation will require social media companies to release detailed public reports of violations of their terms of service and to outline how they're addressing these violations, which includes the use of their platforms by terrorist groups. Every day companies fail to report this information, it will result in a $5 million fine. Social media companies can no longer hide the crimes that take place on their platforms, especially when they pose a threat to America's national security. And we're very proud this bill has the backing of the Anti-Defamation League.
So if anybody doesn't know, this is the guy that's behind the Anti-Defamation League, and if you don't know about the ADL, you need to do some research into how it was founded. Um, if you use X, look on here how the ADL was founded, and it might shed some light on why these guys want to ban free speech. They want to rid America and Americans of our right to express our grievances, and yeah, they've been censoring us. The whole censorship apparatus is because of this guy right here, Jonathan Greenblatt, ADL. So, and these guys are saying they're bipartisan because this is the only thing that Republicans and Democrats can agree on. They won't agree on the American people. They would rather, silence us. And yeah, we're an occupied nation. So let's just go ahead and listen to these traitors, quote unquote bipartisan, working on suppressing our free speech.
I saw anti-Semitism for the first time when I was 15 years old. I had good parents who taught me it was wrong, but it left a lasting impression on seeing my first incident as a teenager. And if you're on my social media, you see it every day from people that are responding back with what I consider clearly anti-Semitic kind of messages on social media. I even saw a
I mean, do we wonder why these people are behind so many different things? Like, if you go back in history, um, like the past 10 years of all this mental illness and everything that's like pushed on us, the the book that these people read tells them that there's 8 genders. If you don't believe me, look into it. The Jewish Talmud. It says that there's 8 genders, and so we wonder why there was all of that filth on our screens and stuff for years. Well, you can thank these people because they're just degenerates, and it's enough is enough.
article today. It was about me, but talking about we have opposed congressmen who are pro-Zionists, right? And you're
And that's another thing. Zionism is anti-Americanism, is what it is. You also need to do your research into how like this Zionist movement even started back in the 30s. It's something that I didn't even know existed until recently, but
like, in other words, it's all over our social media, and it's unacceptable. And when I saw the protests out here the last 2 days, they were vile, right? You can see the anti-Semitism in their comments and how they were treating some of our members of Congress who are Jewish. And I saw that firsthand.
and that's another thing. There should not be dual citizens in our Congress because these people they they don't care about the host nation that they go to. They just destroy it. So any anybody that's in Congress that isn't American, you know, There's no other there's no other group that can be dual citizens and hold Congress, a seat in Congress, except for Jewish people. I find that kind of weird.
It's unacceptable. And so we want to be in a country that makes clear that anti-Semitism or any kind of racism is repugnant, unacceptable, not allowed in my space.
See, and then they complete anti-Semitism with racism. These people, they only claim to be white when it benefits them. Any other time, they write disparaging, hateful. All of the anti-white books were written by Jewish people. Um, and there's been an attack. There's been an attack on uh, specifically white male Christian nationalist people that care about their country and their heritage and their religion. There's been an attack on all of these for years, and then the voices that try to speak up against it get silenced and censored because that's what these people do. They don't want free speech. They don't want us to be able to talk.
And we just with zero tolerance for it. And people should feel like that they're scorned for having these ideas and espousing these ideals.
So we should be scorned for having this love for America, our country. So being a patriot, patriotic to America, you should feel scorned because there's traitors in our cabinets, in our Congress, that are literally giving away the future of Americans to people that don't care about us. They would sell us under the they would throw us under the rug, dude. They would throw us under the bus if it meant that they could get ahead. And that's what they've been doing. That's why each subsequent generation is poorer than the last because our wealth has been stolen from us. That's another thing to look into is the Federal Reserve formation of that in 1913.
And we need to work with our social media companies to clean this up because what is going on is wrong. And I think it's further influencing other more people that more, can be influenced.
Yeah, not like the propaganda machine that's been going nonstop with the mainstream or lamestream news. You don't want people to be influenced. Isn't that what you guys are pouring like millions and millions and millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars into? Is influencing, brainwashing people. Oh, yeah, that's another thing. They're sending like 16 conservatives to Israel to be more uh, focused on trying to influence people to be more in favor of Israel. How much money are you guys spending in that? It's uh, just disgusting.
But what they're saying that this is acceptable behavior. It is not. So we need to hold these companies accountable and work with them to take it off the airwaves. So I'm glad to work with.
Take it off the airwaves, folks. There you go. They want to suppress free speech. They want to trample on our First Amendment right. Um, these people aren't for us. If you can't see that by now, I don't know. The only thing that they work bipartisan is only in the interest of making us weaker. They're giving away our future. They're giving away our wealth, and then they spit on us.
My good friend on this. I appreciate Mr. Greenblatt being here as well.
I applaud Congressman Gottheimer, Congressman Bacon for reintroducing the Stop Hate Act. It's bipartisan, and it's launched not because they are Democrat or Republican, because they're patriots who understand what our country needs to hold the tech companies accountable and to get them to curb the content.
Okay, so there you go. APAC funded reps Josh Gottheimer and Don Bacon. Um, it's just two wings of the same bird. Um, and it doesn't serve the interest of the American people when you're censoring what is a what is our First Amendment right. Um, yeah, I think you're gonna have a lot of opponents on this, but these people are bought and paid for. I mean, bought and paid for. APAC holds 331 seats. Um, this Josh Gottheimer has been paid 2 million from APAC. Uh, yeah. So I don't know what. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. I'm fairly new at doing this, but I just feel like everyday average American citizens are now being targeted for just simply enacting our First Amendment free speech. But let me know what you think about this, and maybe subscribe, throw out some more videos, and I'll talk at you guys later.